Okay. Okay, so, okay. I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
What does the teacher say? I was like, I saw Trump. I couldn't figure out Trump what?
We want to make sure you all stay around.
Oh, he is guilty.
So that was a little
Oh, okay.
But instead, we've got
Lies
Bailey from
all the time.
Decriminalized Sex Work.
Okay. So what is he guilty of?
Do some stand-up for
What
us.
is he guilty of, to be exact?
And then we're going to get into
I
some more
believe he
performances.
should have been
All right.
taken out of office
Ready?
after being impeached.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
I
Ready,
think he's
Caleb? All right,
guilty
let's go.
of assaulting and harassing
What's
many
up,
women
Michelle?
Uh-huh.
and of violating many people in the country.
I'm gonna free
I
myself
don't
from
think
this.
he should
Can
still
I
be in
lead you
office. I
guys in
think
a couple
Senate
of
let him
chants?
off during his trials.
All right.
But you know how the Constitution
just repeat
works.
after me.
You know, the House
Listen to
impeached him,
sex
they're
workers.
Democrats, the Senate.
It's always there's
Yeah.
checks and balances. but
Check
they
and balances,
get in the way.
for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, strictly speaking, I mean, he's I mean, to prove his guilt, it has to be proven. I mean, the way our judicial system works, I mean, just being devil's advocate, you know, I'm just stickler when it comes to that. You know, if you're not proven beyond reasonable doubt that you're guilty, then you're innocent.
You're innocent
So,
until proven guilty.
right. So if Senate absolved him, then he's innocent.
I
No?
think he was
And
guilty.
went to
I think
battle
there was
for every
plenty
night.
of evidence that
And
was withheld.
includes
Trump
the
said, like, we will not
multitudes
present the documents
of all
because of
of
that.
us.
Look.
I don't think it was a fair trial.
Including-
Look at O.J. Simpson, for instance, or other trials. You know, are we supposed to look at O.J. Simpson as a guilty or not guilty?
The temples of Ishtar.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Built
I mean,
with the
everything
nations
points
of
to him being
civilization.
guilty. I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
Together in a glorious
If I were juror, I would have
erotic
100%
energy and gave us a
found
reason
him guilty.
to create
But because the
rituals
juries
that
found
allow
him
us
not
to
guilty,
eat
I mean, we have
and
no
sleep
choice
and
but
gather
consider him not
together
guilty,
in
no matter
peace
what the
and
underlying
equality.
currents are. So,
You don't have to
but-
believe
but-
everything that you're told.
but by that token, you know, if Senate found him not guilty, then are we supposed to view him as not guilty then?
No, you have
No.
a right to your own
Liberation of sex
opinion.
workers.
Freedom of
No,
speech
it's not.
is
It's not my opinion. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know. So, but
The
if
liberation
he's
of all
found
women.
not guilty through an unfair trial, then you can still think he's
They
guilty.
have
Which I
been
do.
arresting
I don't
us
think the trial
for what we
was
wear.
Not fair.
who
I don't
we
think it was
fuck
fair. I think they
and
let
have
him off.
tried to convince us.
Well, but
that
again,
it is
like
for
O.J.
our own
Simpson, to use the
protection.
same analogy, you know.
But we know
Wealthy
better.
white men always get off. They're
Police
O.J. Simpson was black. Hello.
But Weinstein just went to
Protection,
prison,
it
which
is
is like a huge
patriarchy.
step in history for women and sexual assault.
And
I'm sorry,
we
which
are
one
here
is
to
so allowed?
say-
Weinstein.
Oh yeah. Well,
Listen to
he's
sex
guilty.
He is.
So he's a white man.
Exactly.
He's guilty. So the system is working.
Well,
My
it's the
name
first
is
time
Caitlin
so
Bailey.
many
I'm
men
here
like
with an
Harvey Weinstein have been
organization
let
called
off.
Decriminalized
And so
Sex
it was a
Work.
huge moment of
But I am
celebration that he
also
finally did
That's
that.
true. I agree with you. Yeah.
But it's
Woman
rare
show
that they do.
called
When you have money, when you can
Whore's Eye
afford
View
good lawyers, when
at
you can
Zinc Bar,
like snake
2
your way through the
blocks
system,
away.
you don't get held
March
accountable.
18th
And I
But-
don't think Trump is being
and
held accountable.
April 15th.
Well, but the same.
Come
Then
talk
you
to us.
negate
We
your
have
own
t-shirts
statement when
and
you're saying that
buttons. And we
Weinstein
know
was found guilty.
that
Then the
sex
system is
workers are
working.
First
integral
time, no,
part
no,
of
If Trump-
it doesn't work
movement.
enough.
Okay, then
We
how many is
are
enough? At least
everywhere.
you know.
It should
And if
always,
you are
it should
fighting
always
for
work.
us,
It should.
I
we
see.
are fighting
But what's-
I hold my
for you.
government to high expectations, sir. I'm not going to settle for little. No
So
way.
who would you vote for then? If not Trump, obviously not Trump. Bernie.
Bernie.
What's the thing
Warren.
with Bernie?
What's the thing? with
Warren
Bernie?
is out.
I know. Well, I would have voted for
Well,
Warren.
okay.
I want a woman. I want to see someone in the White House that looks like me. I've grown up. Most kids in my class had the dream of becoming president, and I never did. I was like, no, women don't become president
Why not?
because nobody
Hillary was
elects-
like this close.
Oh, but she didn't. She didn't get elected, and
Why
there's
not?
never been a woman.
Well, why didn't she get elected, by the way?
Because the country.
What happened?
So I'm not sure what's
What
happening
happened?
next.
Well,
but
nobody
what we're
voted.
gonna
I didn't
make
get to
happen
vote. This
next,
is my
I'd like
first
to
time
invite
voting.
on
Oh,
stage
congratulations.
incredible
What, are you 18 or something?
fighter in
I turn
this
18 in
movement.
about
Please
2
welcome to
weeks.
the stage,
Oh, congratulations.
Tia
Happy
Candy.
birthday.
Thank you.
A little belated.
A little bit early, yeah. I think Bernie really inspires a revolution, and I think he finds the common experience because often.
Do you want to turn around a little bit because I see the sign is so
Sure.
nice.
Thanks.
You don't mind talking to me. I mean, are you like stop it just like that? Okay.
Of course. I think in our country we can all get divided because there are so many different groups of people. But finding the common experience of the working class unites women, people of color, LGBTQ, everyone. And so I think that is what's important. If you're ever going to get someone like Trump out of the office, you have to unite all those groups of people. And Bernie does that. I mean, he has the young vote. He has my vote. And I really, I also don't think he's not fronting. I guess is slang that I use.
Meaning, I'm not familiar with that.
He's been standing with his opinions for his entire life.
That's true.
He's been on
That's
the
true.
streets protesting. He was arrested with
He's very authentic.
30+ years.
I should give him credit. He's authentic.
He's not putting up this facade
That's
to
true.
get voters.
Like
It's not-
politicians, professional politicians,
Yeah,
exactly.
He's not a politician. He's not
Right.
in the club. That's why the Democratic.
Do you mind stepping back a little bit? If you have a few minutes, it's like too loud.
I just a little bit about
Yeah, but I
the
think
walking while trans.
he's
What
a
is
real
walking
person,
while
and
trans?
he's gonna fight for what he's
Walking
been fighting
while
for.
trans is a stop
I
think he has, like, an anti-communist
for
YouTube channel.
transgender women,
You have an anti-communist
black
YouTube
and
channel?
brown.
I am anti-communist, yeah.
Are you
So
a socialist?
Get profiled
I used to be socialist when I lived in USSR.
Are you gonna vote for Trump?
I think that between Hillary and Trump, he's. But why would you interrupt the conversation? By the way, who the hell is this woman?
I don't know.
So they
It's like-
basically
Uniting other women. Well,
I'll give you my card. You'll see what I do.
has sworn in
Sure, here it is.
And has put in an affidavit that they identify transgender women by their Adam's apple. They identify transgender women by
I am anti-communist
what they
for a
wear
very simple reason.
and where they
I
stand.
came originally from USSR, and you like to me like someone who might have had parents from Russia, no?
no, my family's from Lebanon.
Oh, Lebanon. Ah,
I have
interesting.
family from Croatia.
Oh, maybe that's why, precisely like you have Slavic features. So I came from USSR originally, and that's what I understand. I mean, as far as Bernie is concerned,
What do you
he's
think-
authentic.
When you think
Sure.
of communism, what comes to mind?
And the
Because I
legislation.
agree there have been many failed
The
communist
walking
regimes.
while
Right.
trans
Just like
ban,
everything
the
can
voting
go
for the
wrong.
purpose of
Democracy has gone
prostitution,
wrong.
True.
repealing it right
Dictatorship
now.
has gone
True.
wrong. So I don't
That's
think
true.
the word
There's
communism in every
two
case is exactly an
houses
example.
inside
But the ideals
the
behind
state
it that
capitol.
everybody, that you
You
should
have
share
your
the wealth among
assembly
the people.
side,
Do you
and
think
have
that
your
the
state
1% should have all
side.
the money?
As of right now,
I mean, I go to
The
public
problem-
school and I go to school with kids
Uh-huh.
that can't eat or kids
Uh-huh.
in homeless shelters, and that's the kind of outrage I face. So if you think that that's fine, let the majority of the population go hungry and go
See,
without
the
a job.
problem was that had socialism worked, I would have been for it. I was 20.
It hasn't worked yet.
Okay, look, you're 18.
Yes.
I was 29 when I left USSR. I never lived in Russia. I only lived in USSR. I lived in the society that I guess someone like Bernie Sanders, who supports Castro, who supported the Nicaragua Sandinistas, which are hardcore communists,
Yes.
same type as was USSR. So at 29, I experienced everything that communism has to offer.
Right.
The bread lines, the lack of healthcare, the lack of healthcare. And this is just this lady. I spoke with this lady a few minutes ago, and that's why maybe he got pissed off when she wanted to bring access to healthcare. I was trying to explain to her there's a difference between access to healthcare and getting the actual healthcare.
And do you think right now in this country we have
It's the best in the world. Absolutely, it is the best in the world. Look, I traveled. Okay, let me explain something.
I don't.
Look, I'm speaking from personal experience. It's not like
And
I read a
Everyone has their own
book.
experience.
I read a book. I traveled to over 50 countries around the world. I lived in
you can
USSR,
afford to do that.
and now I lived. I came the first time I made a trip was a year after I had arrived to this country. It was only $100 in my pocket. So I mean, think about it. At 29, I started a brand new life, having only $100 in my pocket.
So you feel like
The
America
full-
has done wonders for your family?
Well, I think
And it gave you
for-
opportunity.
100%. Like to
That's
everybody,
great. I'm glad
to
that-
everybody else who flocks to this country. I mean, logically speaking, imagine that like you came from Mars and I came from Mars. We want to see how Earthlings live, and there's one thing that we share: common sense. Okay, so if there's something good, we'd assume this is something that people want, and this is where they go to. If there is something bad, like USSR I escaped from, we leave.
Well,
Considering
a lot of
that
people
people.
are fleeing, like immigrants seeking asylum coming from Latin America and
Cuba,
Mexico,
exactly.
they're not
Into-
let
you guys
in
one more
the way
time.
you
It's been a
were.
real pleasure.
But my
Thank
point
you.
is, they are fleeing to something better. So to answer your question, if the United States is better, it's not perfect, obviously. We can do better. But
We
it's,
have a lot of work to do.
of course, 100%, and we've done that. But it's the best system that has ever been created by humankind. throughout human history.
I also
Okay.
don't have.
Before we party,
I grew up in Mexico, in Oaxaca, in the south,
a
for
speaker
7 years of my life.
Latina Institute.
And it was, I mean, I do feel really lucky that, I mean,
Latina
their
Institute?
protests
Are y'all
like
out
this
here?
can't happen. The police shut it down.
Thank you.
And so there's
Thank you.
But it's the responsibility of every
now we
citizen
have
to their country,
another
their people
speaker
inhabiting,
from-
to stand up for that. And they're
You're 100% right. Absolutely.
But
Yes. What's
I
your
think
name?
the U.S. is really
Adrian,
disappointed.
thank you. Nice to meet
compared
you.
to other countries that have the same amount of money
Latina
and
Institute is here. Oh my
like
God.
materials
Yes.
we have here, we could create
Latina
a much better
Institute.
system.
What's your name?
And the public
Ellie.
school education
Thanks
system
for
in
being
this
here.
country,
Chat
I don't
with
know if you have
Sucks.
children.
Yes, I do.
Are they in
how's everybody
public school?
feeling?
No.
Private?
Private, yeah.
Well, lucky for them.
Raise
There
your hand
isn't
if you
enough
speak
money,
Spanish.
and the teachers don't get paid enough.
The school they go to is not rich at all. We support the parents support as much as they can. I live on
That's
Staten
great,
Island.
but public school, is 100% a different playing field.
I'm
You
so
can't.
happy to be
They're a
here.
little
My
bit
name's
incomparable
Ellie.
because
I'm the
there is
building
no
advocacy
funding.
manager.
It's not about funding, but it's a different issue.
I'm just saying, like,
We're based in the
I think
Bronx.
you've been really lucky, and
Any Bronx in
I've
the
been so
house?
lucky.
By coming to the United States, right?
Whatever it is.
With all these opportunities.
I'm so glad that you are happy and that your children.
Oh, I love America. Absolutely,
And
yes.
you have food, but there are so many people that don't have that.
Around the world, not in America,
In
though.
America, too.
Oh, come on. We feed everybody. Come on. I mean, look.
We don't feed everybody.
I mean, think about it this way.
This summer, I went and I worked in New Mexico at a refugee center with people
For who?
for the U.S. for the fire department.
Refugees.
A refugee migrant shelter.
Wait. They're not Americans. We're talking about Americans here. They're not Americans.
The Americans set up a refugee center for incoming migrants like yourself.
Migrants.
Searching
I'm
for
not a
funding.
no. I'm not a
You're an
migrant.
immigrant, a visitor?
I'm an immigrant. There's a difference.
Okay.
I was
You're an
waiting.
immigrant.
I got the visa. I came legally. I landed at JFK.
And they're given a court date, and they have their suits.
Well, but they no, not at all. I'm for immigration. Obviously, it was one caveat: legal immigration.
Raise your hand if you've ever heard of a fake clinic.
I mean,
or
the reason America is the greatest country on earth, the main reason, and that's why we started, by the way, is the country of laws. That's why we talk about O.J. Simpson, guilty. Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I don't
There are some miscarriages here and there, but overall, compared to the judicial systems around the world, it's the best. And again, I didn't say, I'm not talking about the United States of America as the country that is equated with paradise. I'm only talking about the relative terms, not superlative terms, absolute
But you're
terms.
saying that America
It's
does
the
the best
best.
job in the world.
It's the
about
best in the world. It's 100% the best.
I think.
So
well, I
that
disagree.
is
but
our
I
main
think you should
campaign.
go
I don't
out
want to take
and
up too much time, but if you
I
want
did.
to
around
know
the country.
how
No,
to
but
50
again,
countries.
Again,
a
50
fake
countries
clinic.
doesn't.
I travel.
your
It doesn't
community
count
And
really.
it's, no, it does.
Then you
but
please
you
join
can
us
afford
over
to do
there.
that.
You
It's
can
incredible.
grab some of
But
our
go to the poor parts of
brochures
this country
so
and
that
talk to
our
people
I
there.
did. I traveled all across the country.
It's the most incredible.
100%. 100%.
Maybe I should give you some contacts. I've got
Please
people
do.
that are outraged.
Please do. Give me.
And
Okay, let's assume that. I'm sorry for interrupting. Let's assume that. Go ahead.
What do
Are
people who
you
need
talking
abortions
to people
deserve?
because you want to spread your point or because you want?
No, I'm genuine.
Trying
Look,
to listen?
did I give you my point? I was asking you questions. We have kind of different conversation.
I understand. I just want to know, like,
Thank you so
is there
much
room in
to
your
the
mind
people
to
who
change?
organize
100%. No, 100%. Absolutely. Convince me. I'll be more than happy to
I
be
just
convinced.
tried, and I don't think you want to.
Well, but I also have the arguments.
I have to go.
Sure,
parents already,
sorry.
but I
I consider myself educated right now
I'm
because
still
I
young.
had no
I still
idea
have a lot to learn,
that fake
but
clinics
try.
existed.
Watch my channel.
And that's
Watch my
fucking
point of view.
atrocious.
I'll look you up. I'll
Okay,
see.
good.
Alright, so
Listen to other people too, because
now we actually
That's why I'm talking to you, of course.
Good, but listen
Hi,
and hear
Adrian.
them. There's a difference.
I do.
And take it in. And
I love Adrian's
Please
energy
don't vote
already.
for Trump.
Adrian is from the National Asian Pacific American Women's Forum.
maybe it says a
She's
woman
going to chat
here.
a little bit about it.
Hearing him talk about people like me. Do you
Hello.
have daughters?
Thank you so
Yes.
much for
For their
joining us
future.
today. And again,
For climate change,
thank
for
you so
anything.
much for the
Trump is
amazing
for the
organizers
1%,
that bring
for the
all
rich,
of us
wealthy
together.
people in this
because
country.
all of this
And maybe
work
you
takes
identify
all
with
of
them.
us. We all
But
have
women,
issues
she doesn't stand for
specific
women.
to
What if one
our
of your daughters got
communities,
pregnant one
but
day and
they're
couldn't
all
have an
connected.
abortion?
And we have
What would you
power
do?
when we
And then their
are
life was over at
together.
15 because they couldn't get rid of the baby and they had to stop. They couldn't go to
So
college.
again,
and
my name is
that would be
Travis,
terrible. The right to
and I am
choice.
a
Do you believe
leader
women should
with the
choose what
National
happens to
Asian
the
Of
baby?
course, and they have this choice in America.
And Trump doesn't
Otherwise
believe that.
known
Trump
as
Yes, he
wants
does.
to overturn
No,
Roe
no.
v. Wade.
No, he's not talking about
We are a group of
criminalizing abortion. There's a difference between criminalizing abortion.
Roe v. Wade was what made it legal to have abortion.
It is
He has
legal to have
overturn.
abortion. No, that's not the case. Come on, where did you get this information from? It will never happen. If you want to have an
I
abortion,
don't think you want to change your mind,
We work
and that's
to build
okay.
our
but that's the fact. That's
No,
the
it's
fact.
not
He's
a
not.
fact. That's an opinion, sir. And So I really,
Okay.
just maybe for your daughter and for the young people of this country, really try and listen and change your mind, please, because I don't think Trump...
It's a two-way street. How about you watch my videos? Maybe you will change your mind.
I will watch videos.
Good.
But,
Okay.
But really listen, please.
Okay. I did. Thanks. Good luck. Vote Trump.
Unfortunately, across the country, and even here in New York, we are seeing sex-selective abortion bans.
Who do you think you are that are interrupting my conversation with the people? I just don't understand. Who gave you the right to sort of interfere in my talking to other people?
Oh, I'm just doing security for the event.
You're not a security. You're nobody. With all due respect. There's a police standing right over there. She has a problem. They're right over there.
I don't believe in the police. I tend to
You don't believe in the police? Really? So if something happens to you, what are you going to call? Who are you going to call? Your marshals?
We paid for 13 hours of labor. They receive wages from public money, which is distributed by our governor, Andrew Cuomo, through Medicaid.
So we resist through the system, this capitalism and all that, this shit I hate. But I am sorry. I'm sorry, Morbid, no sorry. Okay, so, okay, yo voy a decir, a través del arte